Hey guys, this is Sakura Sun and we are back with, wait for it, Daddy. Oh shit, I dropped my phone. I do private ghost hunting events, private parties, MC bar mitzvahs, and perform traditional vaudeville and mime work. Tour Master Quinn gives out headshots to all of us. His resume is on the back. Combat experience. Anyway, here's a little bit of history for you all. This was the home of noted American author Dorothy Pembridge, whose prose was wildly popular in the late 19th century. It was in the attic of his very home where she wrote such classics as The Diaries of a Victorian Mistress, Lady Fitzwilliam's Courtship, The Ghost of Sea Captain Reginald Barclay. She unfortunately died of consumption shortly after the turn of century, but several people have reported that on some nights you can see a light from the attic where the ghost of Miss Pembridge continues work on her latest bestseller. I guess you could say she was consumed by her work. Thought. A reaction from the crowd. This guy needs to work on his dad's clothes. Actually, consumption is a popular cover-up. Little known fact is that it was a murder-suicide. I'm pretty sure she died of consumption. Sure, and we definitely didn't hire Stanley Kubrick to elaborately fake the moon landing. That's the watered-down, censored version they teach you in school. But if you can't handle the real story, I understand. It's not for the faint of heart. And I think everyone would much rather hear what the world-renowned ghost historian has to say. Everybody, the group murmurs in agreement. This is a topic we cover extensively in our book. Dr. Babadook, would you care to tell the story? Go with something I know with something highbrow. I can't go with the last one because, well, I had to replay this because I got the bad ending again. So yeah, I had to replay this date. So I'm not going with the last one. Go with something I know. In the 19th century, Dorothy Pembridge was credited for protecting New York City from potentially world-ending paranormal forces. Despite her success, her ragtag group of ghost hunters were disbanded by her government officials. However, after learning that the ghost of Vigo, the Cavatern, was taken an interest in her son and her ghost, busting friends launched a mission to defeat the ghost and once again save New York City. Hey, isn't that the plot too? Nope, it's not. The guide sees this as an opportunity to take back the group. I did it. I made him shoot out eggplants. The group and addresses up with some razzle dazzle. Alright, haha, what an interesting story. Now, I just want everyone to know that the location is extremely terrifying. If anyone thinks they can't handle it, feel free to excuse yourselves. Alright, I'm bored. Mary turns to a young guy looking at his phone and taps him on the shoulder. Hey kid, fancy buying a girl a drink? The guy looks up at her and smiles. Only if the bar is haunted. Honey, I can show you the most haunted place in town. I think I could exorcise your demons if that's what you're looking for. White checks your dick concast, kid. His eyes go wide. Mary salutes me and Robert. She suddenly pulls me into a hug and murmurs into my ear. But when you've known Robert as For as long as I have, you know when something's wrong. Keep an eye on him for tonight, okay? Dots. I changed my name again, by the way. It's Orko now. Sure, Mary. Good man. Mary pats me on the back and pulls away. She takes the guy's hand and leads him down the street. Take it sleazy, fellas. God help that poor soul. Mary or the kid? Both. Our last stop. This burial ground is such a hotbed of horrifying paranormal activity that I'm not even sure where to begin. There's the wailing ghost of Wolfman, the vampire of Maple Bay, the children of the moonlight. What about the Dover ghost? By this point, the tour guide is clearly irritated with us. What about it? Oh, nothing. I just think it would be a crime to come all the way down to the cemetery. The actual origin, I just realized I had to do his voice right away, of New England's most notorious paranormal entities, and not even the mention of the infamous Dover ghost. I think I did his voice wrong. That's a real thing. That's absolutely not a real thing. I think someone needs to brush up on the paranormal history. I know tons of paranormal history. I know every ghost story in this area. I need to guarantee there's one you don't know. There's the voice. Robert looks at me, over at me, and smiles. Would you folks care to hear the tale of how Babadook and I met? I changed my name from Mr. Prescott to Babadook because when I replayed this game, I accidentally pressed the wrong choice. So yeah. This is one mistake, it's fine. No. The entire group shoots the tour guide. I keep doing his voice wrong. Okay, fine. Tell the story. Well, it was a dark and stormy night. There we go. I wasn't always a paranormal investigator. Way back when, I was just a carnival barker, living free and easy with the circus folk. They were always kind to me, took me in when I was young, but I knew I was something more. I happened upon the quiet town of the Maple Bay quite by accident, but little did I know that the city has a dark side. Now, about the same time, I was starting out as an apprentice to a rather famous ghost hunter, who was an old family friend of mine. I carried the equipment, operated the EVP machine, all that. Wait, yes? Dot. Who was the famous ghost hunter? Well, I don't know, like to name drop, but Georgia Mathis. The tour group guest. Georgia Mathis, she's a legend, you know her? Knew her? Amazing woman, died mysteriously. Miss you, Georgie. I can't do his voice anymore, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting what it is. Anyway, we were in Maple Bay investigating some reports. Anyway, we're on the last day, so at the very end, so I might as well not do the voice anymore. Of strange lights and sounds coming from the cemetery late at night. I keep messing up his voice anyway. Now we have been warned by Old Greek Creep Keeper, because I forget what it sounds like every time I forgot what his voice sounds like every time I play this game, because it's always like a few weeks from the last time I played it, and I would have forgot all their voices, and I always get it wrong. At night, I've been warned at Old Creek Keeper that this place was highly dangerous, but Georgia was never one to shy away from an adventure. We camped out in the center of the cemetery for 3 nights straight. We endured your so-called wailing watchman. Wailing ghost of the Wolfman. Whatever, your stupid vampire was just a teenager in the mask, but the Dover ghost, man. Tell them, Babadook. So there I was, just walking back from my hotel after a long day of selling Bibles, working the sulfur salt corns. Classic pigeon drop scan, putting out fillers for a whip deal. I was going to steal a baby. Probably would have made me rich. I found myself walking past this very cemetery. Now I was never a very superstitious man, but something seemed off. I could hear some sort of commotion hiding deep within the graveyard, and I felt compelled to investigate. Thank God you did. Georgia and I were conducting a seance in the mausoleum. At first, things were pretty normal, but after an hour, everything went south. Playing back the EVP meter, we were able to hear a single word. Run. The air suddenly went cold. Something very, very wrong. I just knew we weren't alone. We started to hear this faint, distant scraping noise, like something had been dragged across the ground. It got louder and louder until it was deafening. Some kind of demented howl. And I felt it. Something grabbing my ankle. Robert has the whole crowd hooked, line and sinker. You could hear a pin drop. I only cried twice in my life. Once at the birth of my daughter. The other then that thing started dragging me. I wasn't sure where it was taking me, but knew it was no place I wanted to go. I was sure I was going to die. The moment I crossed the gate into the cemetery, I hear this god-awful screeching. I ran into the mausoleum just in time to see a man pulled across the floor. By God. To this day, the mere thought of it ties my stomach into knots. It looked like a man, but like... I glanced at Robert. Like someone who didn't know what a man was supposed to look like to put one together. The arms were too long, its eyes glowed red. It was like a walking shadow. What would I do? What would any person do? I lunged for. What was his fake name again? Daniel. I grabbed his hand and entered into a tug of war with the unholiest of forces. I thought I was going to be torn in half, but I had God on my side. The pocket Bible I always kept on me fell out of my shirt pocket, and to this day, I can remember what passage it opened up to. Blessed is he readeth, and they that the words of this prophecy keep these things which were written therein, for the time is at hand. I have no idea where Robert pulled that verse from. With a horrifying growl, the entity finally relented. Daniel and I collapsed into the ground. Exhausted, we were both covered in blood. That damn creature crawled into my chest, got me real good, had to get 16 stitches. Robert pulls down the collar of his shirt to reveal a long, wicked scar across his back. That's how I got the scar. I followed Georgia Matters to the earth, ends of earth. We faced exorcisms, demons, poltergeists that threw our equipment across the room. I had never seen Georgia so scared. She was never the same after that, neither was I. Watching what happened to Daniel and Georgia shook my faith, but I came out that experience a better man and a better friend. We've been brothers ever since. The tour guide gives us a round of applause as Robert and I share an emotional hug. He embraces me and I can smell the cologne on his neck. Wow. Robert does clean up good. I find myself lingering a little too long on the hug. Tour guide seems to have bought it. Even he's wiping a tear from his eyes. Thank you. It's been an honor to be able to share our story. Be sure to watch out for our book, Paranormal Excursions of the Supernatural Ice Road Ghost Truckers. I saw a demon. The shocking true story of seeing a demon. The most guide to the hottest ghost. That one. Robert has to suppress the laugh at that one. Well, I think you both definitely earned your t-shirts. Tour guide hands us the coveted search. He then slips us both his business card and liens included.
Hey!
You guys ever in need of a professional actor, balloon animal Elvis impersonator, or nude model, please don't hesitate to contact me. Oh my god. You got it, buddy. After a couple of tourists take selfies with us, we split away from the group and walk home. That was incredible. I really can't believe they bought all of that. I didn't know you had it in you, Uncle. Excuse me, Doctor. One. That was a bit of the about the pocket Bible was aces. Although giving the Dover ghost glowing red eyes was a little cliche. The Kubrick conspiracy bit, wasn't it? All part of the character. Well, we got shirts out of it. We arrived in front of Robert's house. Wanna have a drink? What do I say? Is that even a question? Robert, how long have you known me for? Do you really think I would turn down an opportunity to share a fine alcoholic beverage with my treasured friend and accomplice, Mr. Robert Small? If you ever call me Bobbert again, I will kick you right in the shins, both of them. Bobbert. When you expect an angry phone call from my orthopedist in the morning. Bobbert. Bobbert just laughs and starts unlocking his door. My sins live to die another day. Robert leads me inside, but I can't help but think about what Mary said to me. Robert did seem a little off, but that completely disappeared when we were joking around with the ghost tour. I don't know. He's hard to read what I'm thinking. I hear claws skittering across the floor. Oh god, this is pitiful. I'm about to be torn to shreds. I shut my eyes tight and brace for impact. Betsy, hey, be nice. I don't feel anything but tiny paws scratching at my toes. I open my eyes. Betsy? Oh, look at him. Robert's dog jumps away from me, running around in circles and sniffing Robert's leg. He pats her on the head. Hey, that's not a pit bull. This is the cutest, dumbest Boston Terrier I've ever seen. Betsy, you're not a pit bull. You weren't even taken by the Dover ghost. Betsy's made of tougher stuff, ain't you, girl? Betsy rolls over for some well-deserved belly. I just keep a picture of a large pit bull in my wallet in case of emergencies. Comedic emergencies. We make our way to Robert's living room for a quiet man with arguably oldest pickup truck that can be legally driven. This place is amazing. There are slick modern appliances throughout the room with big black TVs mounted on the wall. He has shelves upon shelves of DVDs. I guess he wasn't lying about being really into cinema. He pours us glasses of whiskey from a well-stocked bar in this corner while Betsy curls up on a pile of cushions. So, how did you get that scar? And don't tell me you got it fishing for Alaskan king crabs in the Bering Sea or something. You trained me too well. Robert laughs and takes a sip of his drink. My daughter and I were riding our bike. I hit a rock and flew over the handlebars. And we went to the hospital, and that's it. Not a very interesting story. I never heard you talk about your daughter. Well, I have one. That's all. He points at a picture on the wall of a very serious little girl with dark eyes. Yep, that's definitely Robert's daughter. How old is she? 5, 26, not too sure. Does she live here? No, Belle lives back home in Brooklyn. Works at some new media online magazine thing. Mixed bucket still.
Oh no.
She's He suddenly seems really serious. I probably shouldn't trust him about it. You like Sonata? Yes, great. He puts Santana on, then takes a seat on the couch next to me. I don't actually know what that is, by the way. He suddenly downs his drink in one gulp. Hey, are you alright? Thoughts. Robert leans in and kisses me, the taste of whiskey burning my lips. I'm surprised at first, but slowly relaxing through his arms. He pulls away slightly, his lips barely brushing against my mouth. I am mad. Can't say anything at anything start. Robert leads in again, kissing me harder. He pulls my bottom lip through his teeth and bites slightly, sliding a hand under my shirt. My heart pounds in my chest and lies us both down on the couch. Kisses trail down my neck, his teeth grazing my skin. I just wait. It's not bad. Robert bites down until his breath stifles more soft. Robert stiffens up and pulls away. You biting? No. I'm more okay with that. Something's up. Robert wants a hand through his hair and look away. I'm fine. I've just been kind of. I got it. Push it. Listen, I want this as badly as you do, but I know something's wrong. I need to make sure that you're okay. Robert stares at the ground. You don't know me that well, Orko. I'm not a good person. He takes a deep breath. I spent my whole life only taking, and now I'm an old broken old man, sitting on top of a pile of everything I've ever taken alone, but I want to know you. You don't have to keep hiding behind fake stories and acting like you don't have feelings. He signs heavily. It's Val. She's visiting tomorrow. She wants to patch things up. Are you? I'm sorry, but is this a bit starts? No, when was the last time you saw her? 3, 4, I think, months? Years. I sit up straight. Jesus, Robert, what's happened between you two? I don't want to talk about it. I sit in silence. Neither of us want to look at each other. Fun of what to do next. Fine. Things were already bad between us. I care about her. I always did. Things just got in the way, and before I knew it, she was leaving for college and wanting nothing to do with me. Marilyn and I moved out here to settle down. We thought it would help to get away from all the distractions, all the money, the drinking, but temptation gets to you. I tried to be better, and I just couldn't. And then the accident changed everything. I think every day about how she must have died hating me. I didn't even read that last part. She was the last thread Val and I had connecting us together. I didn't know when I lost my life, I was going to lose my daughter too, Robert. I spent so much chasing after things I thought were going to make me happy that I ruined my real chance at happiness. Now my wife is dead and my daughter hates me. And I convinced myself that he gestures vaguely in my direction, was going to make me happy. Why do I even try? I'm so sorry. I know how hard it is to. No, you don't. How could you possibly know how this feels? You did everything right. Your daughter loves you. You're a good person. I was a terrible husband. I was an even worse father. I have no idea why she's even bothering to contact me now. I know I'm just gonna fuck it up like I always do. I'm broken. I shouldn't even go. Albert pulls his head into his hands. Tell him what he wants to hear. Tell him what he needs to hear. Walk away. It can't be the last one. Middle one? Nothing is going to change until you do. Robert pauses, looks at me. There are lots of things in my life that I regret, that I wish I could take back or do over. It hurts so much to know that I can't. But what I can do, and what have the privilege of doing tomorrow morning, is to wake up. I didn't read the last part again. I tapped it again. Things not going to fix himself tomorrow or the next day, and patching things up with Val isn't going to solve all of your problems either. But nothing is going to change if you don't, and you can't love anyone else if you don't. You're right. I don't know you that well, but you have the same capacity for good, and we all have. I know you can find it. Val is giving you a chance, don't waste it. But, Robert, listen to me. It's gonna be okay, but... Lean over and embrace Robert, pulling him in as tightly as I can. He buries his head into my shoulder, huffing me back. It's gonna be okay. I place a hand on the back of his head and stroke his hair. He shudders and sobs, and I realize that he's crying. Hans, thank you. Stay here for a while, holding each other. We both drift off to sleep. Yay! Come on. Hey! Yay! Be cool, Orko, be cool. Amanda walks through the door with a suspicious look on her face. Hey, Dad. It's off to a good start. Something fishy? Rats? You ask too many questions. Who do you think you are, my daughter? Well, literally my entire life, yes. I'm kidding. You're right. I have a little surprise for you. Yeah, I can tell. You're very bad at lying. Amanda, my dear, would you care to join me in the kitchen? Father, it would fill my heart with glee. Just gonna skip ahead. Because I've already done this before.
Yes.
Oh, wait, no, that's Val or else. What? I'm kidding. Or am I? I don't know why I'm like this. I think it runs in the family. Amanda trucks up the conversation. Hey, I love your necklace. And your hair. And just geez, your whole vibe is cool. Thanks. I like your jacket. My girlfriend collects pins too. Oh, this is my daughter, Amanda. This is Walter's daughter, Val. Nice meeting you. I heard you're a photographer. Aspiring photographer. I'm going to school for it. You take pictures? Yes. Well, you're a photographer. Welcome to the biz. Amanda hands a business card. If you're ever looking for internships, shoot me an email. Anyway, I need to go make friends with that woman over there who's dual-wielding glasses. Touch later. Val walks away. She's so cool. She gave me her business card. She touched my hand. Congrats. You just networked for the first time. I'm a regular business lady now. Quarterly projection, stock market, Psi Energy. While you're making a fortune as a businesswoman, I gotta keep this party going. Catch you around, Pops. Orko.
Yes.
As the party starts to wind down and take a seat next to Robert, the sun is setting and everyone seems to have eaten their fill. Thoughts. Hey. Haven't heard from you in a bit. How you've been? Oh, I'm great. Never better. We gotta get together again sometime. Maybe watch the game or something. Yeah, that sounds cool. Come on, Robert. Give me something more than that. Let's have fun like we used to. Robert places a hand on my thigh. I mean, we could have fun. Not like that. I pull away from Robert and look him in the eye. Robert, I miss you. Okay. Robert gets up. I'll see you around. Walks away, leaving me alone on the bed, alone with my thoughts. The last guest begins to make their way around at the party. Amanda wanders and sits down next to me. Killer party. Thanks, Pop. So can I say I was inspired? So, was that a good ending or a bad ending? I can't really tell, honestly. I also have something for you. For me, why? Not to be completely genuine about my feelings for once or not anything, but growing up wasn't easy. But it could have been a lot harder if it wasn't for you. I think that's a normal ending, I think. Yeah, that's a normal ending, isn't it? Everything. There's been times in my life where you were my only friend. I was really scared of going to college and being so far away from you. But I realized that everything you've done for me has been to prepare me for this, and I'm ready. I couldn't be who I am today without you. Don't cry, don't cry. I swear to God, Orko, if you cry again, you're the best dad. I love you. And I'm crying. Anyway, that was enough vulnerability for one day. Present time, Amanda hands me a tiny wrap package. I tear the wrapping off to find a framed picture of me and Amanda. It's us. Kinda shocking of all our photo albums are just pictures of me, huh? I figured we needed to at least get one together before I leave. Amanda, thank you. Watching you grow up has been the happiest experience of my life. You're such a talented, intelligent young woman, and I'm so excited to see what the future holds for you. Knock 'em dead, kid. Always do. And I share a hug. This is the beginning, Pops. Plenty more memories for us down the road. Memories to mix and stuff to break, right? Oh, I'm gonna break so much stuff, intentionally and unintentionally. You're probably gonna have to pay for most of it. It would be my honor. Amanda and I wave bye to the partygoers as they leave. We sit together and watch the sun slowly dip below the horizon. I'm glad you made some friends. Yeah. No, that's maybe not what you were looking for, but these people care about you. I love you, Dad. We always have each other. Thoughts. You're right. Gonna be hard at first, but this is the next chapter in our story, and I would be nervous about it. But I know that you're always gonna be looking out for me the same way I always be looking out for you. Teenly? Teenly. Okay, I think I'm actually quite happy with that ending. We're still on good terms with Robert, so yeah. I think we are. I don't know, you can't really tell from that guy sometimes. He did, but yeah. That ending was better than the last one I had, actually, before I replayed that thing twice, that last day twice. You're the best, Pops. Amanda. Oh. So yeah, I'm quite okay with that ending, actually. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Like, subscribe to my channel and my OnlyFans. Donate to my Ko-fi. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Sayonara.